program today with breaking news. I'm Caleb Pickett.
And I'm Taylor Poole.
Today is January 1st, 1863, and we as a nation are approaching the third year of this bloody war.
Abraham Lincoln has just addressed the Emancipation Proclamation, which declares that there will be no further expansion of slavery and freed slaves in the rebellious.
On the first day of January, in the year of our Lord, 1863, all persons held as slaves within any state or designated part of a state, the people whereof shall then be in rebellion against the United States, shall be then, thenceforth, and forever free. And the executive government of the United States, including the military and naval authority thereof, will recognize and maintain the freedom of such persons, and will do no act or acts to repress such persons or any of them in any efforts they may make for their actual freedom.
Now let's go to Hannah with an exclusive interview with President Lincoln.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with President Lincoln after his speech. So, President, why do you think that the Emancipation Proclamation is necessary?
I felt it was necessary to show the Confederate States that they're still a part of our nation and that they're not separate and they still have to follow our laws. And I also felt it was necessary to prevent them from getting foreign aid from France and Britain, who are free nations, who would then be supporting slave nations just for access to cotton.
And how do you feel about the states trying to leave the Union?
I don't feel that like they're leaving. I don't acknowledge them leaving. I feel of them as rebellious children throwing a tantrum because they couldn't get their way, but they are still a part of our nation.
Thanks for that. Back
Thanks,
to you,
Hannah.
Taylor.
Now let's hear what some citizens have to say.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Union soldier Parker Lambus. So, Parker, how do you think the war is going?
It's been a really bloody war. A lot of people are dying out there fighting for what they believe in, and I think the Union's doing well. As long as we keep fighting for what we believe in, things are going to go in our favor.
Thank you. And where do you see the war going?
Right now, the Union's making a lot of advancements, but the South's not giving up. Both sides are fighting really hard, and I think as long as we keep pushing them and forcing them to fight on their own land, then we'll be able to achieve victory.
Okay, and lastly, how do you feel about the Emancipation Proclamation?
I'm really glad President Lincoln stood up and spoke on slavery the way he did. I didn't sign up to fight this war for slavery. I'm really out here trying to protect the Union, but I feel it's our duty and a really honorable cause to protect the Union, and fighting to end slavery is a good cause, so I'm for it.
Okay, thank you for your time and your service. So now I'm with Alexia Jones, an abolitionist from the Union. Alexia, how do you feel about the Emancipation Proclamation?
I feel like the Emancipation Proclamation was necessary because slavery is a national sin in the abolitionist eyes.
And how do you feel about the war?
I feel like the war was necessary due to the fact that it is America's duty to free the slaves.
Thank you, Alexia. Now I'm going to try and find some more opinions. Ma'am, can I ask you a couple questions?
Sure.
How do you feel about the Emancipation Proclamation?
Well, honestly, it doesn't really affect me that much. Being a woman of the Union, my focus is mainly my husband and my family. I never owned any slaves, but I have met a few, and a few free ones. And their stories of what they went through is very heartbreaking. And I can understand an abolitionist point of view when it comes to slavery. But you also have to think about how it would devastate the South's economy. But in the end, it doesn't really matter to me, to be honest.
Okay, and how do you feel about this war that we're in?
I'm ready for it to be over, only because my husband is fighting in the war, and I just want him to come home already. There's been a lot of bloodshed, and there's been a lot of tears caused, and I feel as if whoever wins, I'll just be glad it's over.
All right, thank you so much for your time. Now I'm here with Steve. So Steve, how do you feel about everything that's going on? Okay, I completely agree. Thank you.
Those are some very powerful opinions from our Union citizens. This proclamation makes the eradication of slavery one of the major goals of this war.
The Union is now encouraging black enlistment into the Union Army.
If we win this war, this proclamation could affect up to 3 million slaves.
The Confederacy is ignoring this proclamation as with a denial as Lincoln as their president. Now back to your regular scheduled program.